Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation review, demo, first impression, whatever you want to call it, on the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I got mine in the shade Medium 2 Santa Fe. I don't know if you can see that. I will list all of my other shade comparisons to other foundations down below because I know that in these type of videos that's helpful and I always get asked, so I will leave them in the description bar. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the foundation before we get into it. So it claims to be medium to full coverage for sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. So basically all skin types, and the finish is supposed to be natural. It claims to be a 16-hour lightweight, natural fade-resistant wear featuring full-powered radiance to smooth the look of skin. So it's supposed to not be able to fade or smudge for 16 hours. That's a big claim. And it came in 33 shades. It goes for $60 Canadian, which is pretty expensive. I've never owned a Nars foundation, so I'm not really sure what to expect. And I had to guess my foundation shade, but clearly it matched pretty well. If you guys have never watched one of these videos of mine, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear it for, I'm hoping to wear it for at least 8 hours. And then I'll check in throughout the day. I'll show you how it looks on my skin, how it's wearing, and then at the end I'll give you like my final review, first impression type of thing on the foundation. It is 9:46 a.m. So I put the foundation on at like 9 o'clock though, and I'm hoping to wear it for at least 8 hours. Today is my only day off, so I'm doing a lot today. And by the way, if my voice sounds off, it's because I'm sick, so just bear with me. I really wanted to film the video and still get it up. So yeah, if you guys want to see the demo and first impression, what I think of the foundation, then just keep on watching. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so starting off, we have to shake it up. I'm going to do one side of my face with a beauty blender. It's already damp. And then I'm going to do the other side with a brush. But I'm going to start off with the brush, but I'm going to see what I like better. And if I like the beauty blender better, then I'll just do my whole face with the beauty blender. But yes, so let's get into it. I've never owned a Nars foundation before, so I don't really know what to expect. And I don't know how much I'm going to have to use. So I'm just going to pump some at the back of my hand. The shade might not be right because I ordered it online, but we're going to give it a shot. We'll make it work. Let me zoom it in a little bit. I got these guys to cover. So let's see. I'd say that did a pretty fucking good job, and that's like half a pump. Okay. Okay, so this is half of my face done. You can clearly see the difference. So, I mean, there's a little bit of this guy poking through. For the most part, I will say, oh my god, I'm going to clean that, but I think it did a really good job. It's right, this was only like literally the one pump I took. I used the whole pump and it's pretty full coverage. I will go in and fix up just a little bit, but now I'm going to do this side with a brush and see what I like better. Don't mind the craziness, I'll fix it at the end. So I'm just going to take another pump. And I'm going to go in with a brush. This is what it looks like with the brush. I feel like the Beauty Blender looks a little bit more flawless. It just melted into my skin a little bit better. So I'm going to just finish off with the Beauty Blender. They're pretty much like the same coverage with a Beauty Blender and a brush. But I don't know, man. I'm just biased. And I just prefer a Beauty Blender, always. I feel like it makes your skin look more flawless and natural. So this is my whole face done. Foundation applied. If you can see, the shade is a tiny bit dark, but once I add concealer and stuff, we'll make it work. It's not a big deal. And it did cover up, I want to say like 98% of what I had. I had like a little scab here, which it covered it up pretty well. And then I also had like some scarring over here. And overall, my skin is a little bit dry because in Canada it's like freaking minus 30 degrees. So it didn't cling to any of my dry patches. And I forgot to tell you that I just used a little bit of Dr. Brandt Pores No More in like the center of my face here. And then for the rest of it, I just used like my regular moisturizer. So I'm really impressed by it. I think it looks phenomenal. It literally just looks like skin. It doesn't look heavy and it doesn't feel heavy at all. So right now, amazing. I'm gonna finish up my makeup and then I'll be right back and I'll tell you like my thoughts and stuff like that. So I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm still here. I forgot that before I finished my makeup, I wanted to tell you that it is 9:02 a.m. Yes, it's freaking early and it's Sunday, but this is literally my only day off, so I wanted to film this. So yeah, it's 9:02. I'm gonna finish my makeup and now I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My makeup is done. It is, you see that? It's 9:38. I had to rush because my son's going crazy. He hates when I like close myself in the door. He wants to see me. So I'm trying to get this done quickly, but it's 9:38 and I will say that this foundation looks amazing. Even though I put a lot of powder and bronzer and stuff on my face, it still looks like super smooth. It looks lightweight. It does not look cakey. And usually I would hit my face with some Fix Plus just to set the powders down. But I didn't do that today because sometimes that can affect like the longevity of the foundation. So I didn't do that. I did not spray my face. This is just what it looks like. I'm going to zoom you in a little. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It did cover the majority of stuff on my face and I did have a scab. It looks so flawless, and not only that, it feels super lightweight. So I do also really like the Huda Beauty foundation. That's also really full coverage, but you can really feel that. It's just like the Estee Lauder Double Wear. You can feel it on your skin, and so it feels heavier, and that one has a scent. This one has no scent. It feels super lightweight. It almost feels like it dried down to like a powder almost. I can't even feel it on my face. Sorry about my autofocus. If you didn't watch my last video, my camera fell. It is what it is. But yeah, it looks really flawless. I do have like some larger pores in this situation, but it looks really, really good. So far I'm loving it. I'm going to check back in a few hours and I'll let you guys know how it's wearing. But so far it looks really good, like amazing. And yeah, so if you haven't watched one of these videos, I'm going to wear it throughout the day. I'll do some check-ins and then I'll do like a final review at the very end. And if you want to know my skin type, it's like combination. So certain areas are dry. My T-zone usually gets oily. And yeah, so right now, looking amazing, feeling amazing. And the color ended up being okay once I like put concealer on and set it with powder and everything. And I don't even know if I told you the color. I used the shade Santa Fe, which I believe is, where does it say it? It's medium 2 Santa Fe. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's not even 10 a.m. yet, so I am hoping to wear this for at least 8 hours. And it's a Sunday, so I have some running around to do, groceries, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a true test, and it's my only day off, so I'm going to be really busy today, which is why I started early. And it's 9:41, so let's do this thing. Okay guys, I'm back. It is 1:14 and I've had the makeup on since 9 o'clock this morning, which means it's been on for a little over 4 hours. My skin right now is still looking flawless. I feel like the foundation like smoothed out my pores and my texture. It really looks super airbrushed and really full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. It feels like a powder on my skin. And I have been eating. I've been out of the house since 10 a.m. and my skin legit looks amazing. It looks flawless. And my makeup looks exactly the same. I think so far it's like a natural matte finish. It's not fully like flat, but it's not that dewy. It's only dewy where I put the highlighter. I will say right off the bat, this shade is probably like a tiny bit too dark for me. In certain lighting it looks fine, and then in other lighting it looks like a tiny bit too dark, but that's because I had never owned a Nars foundation, so I didn't know. I just had to guess my shade online, and the shade descriptions were weird. It didn't say like neutral, it said like peachy and then warm. Anyways, I don't know. I guessed it's not that bad, so with that aside, it's really not that bad. So putting that aside, overall, so far, I'm really impressed. It's already been 4 hours, so I'll check back in a bit. I'm going to keep it on for sure for 8 hours, maybe even more, but so far, I'm really digging it. Here's a little close-up. We're covered up very well. As you can see, it's a tiny bit dark. It's no big deal. And yeah, other than that, it's looking really good. I'm really impressed right now. I'll see you guys in a bit for my next check-in. Okay guys, I'm back for my final check-in. It is 5:16. Just turned 5:17, which means this foundation's been on for a little bit over 8 hours. Right now it's still looking really good. Nothing has really changed. None of it has come off. If you hear my kids, I'm sorry. But yeah, it is getting a little bit more dewy. Some of my natural oils are coming through here, but I did not blot my face. I didn't set my face with a setting spray or anything like that, so that's pretty good. I haven't touched my makeup, and I don't know if I said in the last check-in, but I was out of my house from 10 to 1 steady, and it was snowing and everything outside, and I had a pretty busy day. Yes, I'm in my robe because I was doing chores, so I've been sweating, and it still looks pretty good. I'll zoom you in a little bit, or a lot, and this is what my skin looks like. I think it looks really, really fucking good. Honestly, this might be my new favorite foundation because, this might be my new favorite foundation because the coverage is amazing, but it still feels like nothing on my face. Yes, I'm getting a little bit dewy here, but I personally love a foundation that has like a little bit of a luminous finish. I hate like a fully matte foundation, so I'm not mad at that. Plus, you can easily just blot it. So I'm gonna give you like my final thoughts, and I'm gonna say, so far it's been 8 hours, and I had a really busy day today. I was out in the snow, my face got a little bit wet, and I've been doing a whole bunch of errands and housework, and it's lasted pretty well. So I think that it potentially could last 16 hours. I'm not going to test that because I just don't want to wear my makeup all day. I kind of want to shower and wash my hair and stuff, which is the only reason I'm taking it off this early. But I just want to see what else. It says that it's a natural finish, which I will say in the beginning it was a little bit more matte, but now I definitely do see that it's natural. And even though it was more matte in the beginning, it still looked like skin. It didn't look fully powdery, and it didn't look heavy. It did look like skin. It looked like beautiful. It still looks really beautiful. And then what else? It says that it's transfer proof. So far that's true. I did take off my hoodie and I didn't get any, but I just want to see on my phone. So my phone is clean right now. It has nothing on it, and I want to see if like I hold it to my face. Sometimes if you're wearing certain foundations, see, a little bit of foundation, don't mind my light, but a little bit of foundation did come off on my phone, so it's not 100% transfer free. And I'm gonna do a little test. That foundation though still isn't that bad considering it's the first time in 8 hours. Okay, no. That's the tissue, and there's like nothing on there. So overall, I will say that it is transfer proof. I didn't get any on my clothes or anything, and what I did just get on my phone is because I was literally like pushing it into my skin. But I mean, whatever. I still think it looks amazing. By far, it might be my new foundation. favorite foundation. And I love the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. That's like holy grail status because it gives me a decent amount of coverage and it has a natural finish. But I will say this has, it's a different finish altogether, but this is a little bit thinner. It feels lighter on the skin and it has more coverage. So I would wear them for different days, but I do really, really love this. I think the finish of this when I first put it on reminded me a lot of the YSL, what's it called, All Hours foundation or something like that, that new YSL one, but it has more in it for I think like the same price, and this one has more coverage. So bomb. I'm really digging it. And if you look at my thumbnail was taken with flash and there was no flashback. So overall, I'm really impressed. I think it's worth it. I think you need to try it. And yeah, all of these foundation reviews, by the way, if my opinion changed after a couple months, I leave it in my description box. So if I ended up returning it after my review, I put it there. But so far, I don't think I'll be returning this. I love it. My skin looks so good. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.